Hello, amazing human, and welcome to Neurodivergent Bytes, a podcast for neurodivergent entrepreneurs to understand systems, change the narrative about productivity, and embrace yourself for who you really freaking are. If your energy is being sucked, you're struggling to focus, or you know you need systems, but there's a disconnect for whatever reason, join your host, that's me, Karalee, along with fellow amazing humans on how being a neurodivergent entrepreneur has impacted the way they do life and business. If you're looking for bite-sized action steps, you're in the right place. Hello, amazing humans. Welcome back to Neurodivergent Bytes. I am your host, Karalee, and today we're going to be talking about capacity and burnout. So we're going to start with capacity because capacity is the biggest component here. Capacity, specifically time and energy capacity, is what we're going to be talking about today. So the maximum amount that something can contain, okay? Capacity is the maximum amount that something can contain. And that means the maximum amount of meetings, events, appointments, etc. that can be on your schedule. That means the maximum amount of those exact things that your energy will allow you to have. So for example, if Zoom calls drain you, right? They drain your energy. You're not going to put 5 Zoom calls on your schedule in any single day. That's just not realistic for you, right? However, you may be comfortable with 1 or 2. So how you structure your schedule goes hand in hand with your time and energy capacity. All right, are you following me here? The amount that your body and brain, right, can actually hold, the amount of tasks and things like that. Okay, so some people like time blocking, which is setting aside a certain chunks of time to focus on a given task or activity. Usually this is to completion, all right? And some people like time boxing, which is setting a fixed amount of time in your calendar for a particular task, but not necessarily to completion, okay? Time blocking and time boxing are the most common time, things. The word is escaping me today, but that is how we are we do things with our time, right? So many people use time blocking and time boxing in their everyday routine. Okay. However, I personally use a form of more of emotional capacity to decide what I'll be working on and in what order based on priority. So if you've been around for a hot second, I have talked to you about deciding what I'm working on each day based off of my emotional capacity, right? That also is my time and energy capacity. I feel like they all go together, but it starts with this one thing. So some people might think the way I plan my week is definitely a little chaotic, and they may be right. Okay, they definitely may be right. However, I have to work on what feels good, right? That emotional capacity, or until the ADHD panic button has been pressed. That will also just make me jump into action. But this allows me personally, this is how I do this personally, to be more productive and assess what my capacity is each and every day. And so we take into account the time I have available. We take into account the energy in which I wake up with in the morning. And we take into account what feels really good emotionally to work on. What is going to light me up to work on that's on my task list. And I'm as an operations specialist, that might sound a little crazy, but I've been able to set up my business in order to be able to do those things. Now, when you work for people that you absolutely love, right, you have a joy to do the tasks that they assign to you, or, streamline the operations in my case, all of that stuff, right? So I have actually set up many different ways to manage capacity for CEOs. And so it's based off of their personality and what time they have available, their energy, the things that they're already struggling with, delegating, all of this. So the whole point of this is that you must figure out a way to manage your capacity in order to continue growing your business and not burning out. So burnout is a state of complete mental and physical, along with emotional exhaustion. Okay, and none of those words sounded fantastic, right? Burnout, exhaustion, yeah, ugh. So that means you've literally been at your capacity for long periods of time, or you've surpassed it and your body essentially shuts down, right? This can lead to illness, lack of creativity, and much more. Okay. So you're going to need to rest or you're going to burn out. You're going to need to have a schedule that aligns with your capacity or you're going to burn out. That's like the bottom line. So many business owners do actually burn out, especially in the beginning. I definitely burn out when I first started my virtual assistant business. This was like 4 years ago now, because I scaled faster than my systems, my team members, or my capacity could hold. And that is why I preach streamline your systems, right? Implement your systems, I should say, right from the beginning. And then you can essentially reassess them as your business grows to accommodate what that level looks like at that time. But whenever anything does change, especially drastically or very quickly, you already have that foundation in place and you're not scrambling or burning out in that case, right? So streamlining your operations will actually support you with your capacity, okay? Because it allows you to have a plan, for one. It allows you to do things more efficiently, which takes less time and energy, which means it takes less capacity, right? So to finish up this episode, your capacity is linked to your productivity and efficiency, okay? So you can absolutely expand your capacity by understanding what your capacity can actually hold, not overloading it, what you need to delegate, and ultimately implementing boundaries to safeguard your physical, emotional, and intellectual capacity, right? Your all-around self, boundaries, delegating, and understanding how your schedule even needs to be in order to not burn out, right? So I'd love to hear from you over on Instagram. Drop me a DM over there. Do you feel that your capacity is good? Or do you feel like you're nearing burnout and you need to implement change? Because I want to chat with you. I want to see what my listeners here are feeling as far as capacity, their time and energy and all of that stuff, right? Or are you nearing burnout? Like, this is a real thing, and I don't want anyone, especially anyone listening or anyone I work with, to be struggling with burnout, because there is a better way, and I'd love to support you in figuring out what that is for you. So have an amazing day. Bye for now. Before I wrap up today's episode, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey to empower neurodivergent entrepreneurs. I hope that you've gained valuable insights and a fresh perspective on productivity and self-acceptance. No matter where you are in your entrepreneurial journey, I'm here to support you. These transformative conversations will equip you with bite-sized action steps that you can apply immediately. Let's redefine productivity on our own terms and create a business that aligns with who we truly are. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast to receive the latest episodes and join our amazing community of neurodivergent humans. Remember, being unique is our superpower, and together we can rewrite the rules of success.